is rich, hot, and free. Oh, damn, we're going there today, chicks. First off, welcome to another episode of Rich, Hot, and Free. I'm your host, Jill Stanton. And in this episode, we are going to talk about a topic that I have wanted to talk about for a long ass time. And the second I knew I was going to do this podcast, I was like, that's it. I'm talking about this. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of dialogue, a lot of talk in the online space, in the online coaching and expert space specifically, around how there's a lot of shitty coaches, right? Low integrity coaches, coaches that are scammers, whatever it is. And first off, I fully acknowledge that there are low integrity coaches. There are absolutely coaches who talk a big game and promise big results or big action and then really have lackluster follow through. Okay, I fully acknowledge that. I have been in some of those programs. I have worked with some of those coaches, unfortunately. So I've seen it, I've experienced it. And also, I see the integrity crisis that is happening in this space, full on acknowledgement of that. And I also think that a huge portion of people who are struggling with the integrity piece in this space are the clients. Like clients who participate in programs. So often the clients are painted as the victims, and sometimes they are, for sure. Again, full acknowledgement of that. And also, there's a lot of women who enter programs or sign on for coaching contracts or masterminds or retreats or courses, whatever it is, and act out of integrity. And if you've been running programs in this space for longer than a year, if you've had a business in the online coaching space or online expert space for longer than a year, then I know you have experienced this. I know you've experienced people asking for the link but not buying. You've probably experienced people ghosting on payments or breaking contracts that they consciously signed, or lodging payment disputes even though they fully participated in your program, or asking for refunds or demanding refunds outside of the refund window, or if you roll with a no refunds policy, demanding special treatment around that. I know if you've been in this space for any amount of time, you have experienced that. I know you've also probably experienced clients who play the victim and say how they didn't get the results that they wanted in a program, but then also didn't properly show up in the program or even take the kind of action or make the kind of moves or show up for the program the way that they said they would. I know that you've probably seen women complaining about their coaches or bashing their mentors online, but then also slightly copying their work. There is an integrity crisis in the coaching space, in the online expert space, for sure. And a lot of it is the clients. Now, I know that is going to ruffle a lot of feathers. This is not about blame. I am not blaming anyone. You guys are in charge of your own actions. This episode is about ownership. And I feel like so many of us just brush the shit under the rug and we don't talk about it. And therefore, a lot of coaches or experts think that they're the only ones having to navigate that, and it's not true. Yes, there's low integrity coaches and there's low integrity clients. So that's what we're going to jam on today, because straight up, who you are as a client tells me everything about who you are as a leader. So if you've ever said things like, why are these clients not paying on time? Or why did they ghost on payments? Or why do I have people breaking contracts? Or why am I getting so many refund requests? Or why do my sales feel so slow? But then at the same time, you've also done those things, or you've demanded refunds when money has felt tight, or you have lodged payment disputes even though you participated in a program, or you have broken a contract that you consciously read and signed. Or if you've ever bashed your coach or a course creator or your mentor online, then I'm going to tell you right now, that is exactly why you're experiencing this kind of nonsense in your business as well. Because your integrity sets the energetic standard for your brand. And what I mean by that is integrity is a frequency, not just a concept, okay? So you can't manipulate or trick energy. If you operate out of integrity behind the scenes, or if you're breaking contracts, or if you're bashing your coach, or if you ghost on payments, or whatever it is, I'm telling you right now, you will 100% attract that energy back into your business. Because integrity isn't just about contracts. Hear me when I say this. It's about congruence. All right? It's who you are being when no one is watching. So it's not about punishing you. It's about you being the energetic match to that. If you operate out of integrity as a client, then you are the energetic match for calling in clients into your business who also operate in that way. So it's not about punishment. It is just simply the energetic match to that kind of behavior. So when you break contracts, or when you dispute payments, or when you ghost on payments, or when you're a dickhead in programs, or when you try to organize an exodus, or when you post on Reddit, or I don't know, when you lodge a smear campaign and you try to get someone canceled because you don't like the way they did insert thing here, all that is doing, hear me when I say this, or send this to someone you know who does this. All that is doing is showing people who you truly are. Okay? When you are someone who is low integrity, or when you're lodging smear campaigns, or if you're creating Reddit threads, or if you're bashing your coach online, or if you're tearing down other coaches just to get some cheap visibility and some cheap reach, like connecting with the outraged ones, all that is doing is showing your dream clients that you cannot be trusted, that you are unreliable, that you are fucking volatile, that you are emotionally manipulative. And I know this one is harsh. I really was thinking to myself like, oh, damn, should I actually do this? But I think it has to be said. So often we hear the flip side. This coach is shit because of this. This coach is shit because of that. This coach did this. This coach said that. Here's the deal. It's also on the client's end as well. And if you are in this space and you are acting erratically, or if you are being emotionally manipulative, or if you are trying to like rile people up so they'll leave a program in a big exodus and cause a whole fuss, I promise you right now, you are doing so much damage to your brand and your reputation and the level of trust that people have with you in the market. And even worse than that, you're telling the universe that you cannot be trusted. If you're breaking contracts, if you're ghosting on payments, if you're financially avoidant, if you're emotionally avoidant in these scenarios, you are telling the universe that you do not trust yourself. You are telling the universe that you cannot back yourself. You are telling the universe that you do not respect boundaries or other people's standards, or that you operate from fear and not leadership, and that you don't value anything that stretches you. And the energetic match to that kind of behavior is lack and struggle, and clients who say one thing and then do another, or clients who operate out of outrage and cancel culture and fear, and they show up and play small, or they move slow, or they have all the objections and all the hesitations. That's the match to that kind of behavior, okay? And that frequency bleeds into your brand. You might not think people notice, and they might not understand why they feel this way, and I know you probably have experienced this yourself. I certainly have. If you're watching someone sell something online and you're like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I just don't trust her. That's what I'm talking about. People can feel that. They might not know what it is. They might not know why they feel that way, but they will be able to subtly, energetically feel it. And it's an energy leak. Okay, so those chargebacks, those disputes, those broken contracts, it's that avoidant behavior. It's all training your nervous system, and it's telling the universe that you do not trust yourself to go through hard shit. You do not trust yourself to maintain your contracts. You do not trust yourself to follow through on something. And I already can imagine the feelings some people are going to have as I talk this out. And also, I think a lot of the time people are like, broken contracts is just a part of business. No, absolutely not. It's an indicator of where your identity is currently at. If you engage in this behavior, that is a reflection, that is an example of your identity in action. It's funny because I had a client who came in, the clients who like come in, they love bomb, they talk a big game, then it's almost like they just fucking self-sabotage their way out of a program or something. They just they get in their own way and they emotionally sabotage, and everything just becomes so dramatic and fucking over the top, and then they just leave in a hurry, in a huff, and everything's just like, what just happened there? I had a client like that, and then literally like maybe, 5 days later or so, I saw her posting on someone's comment thread around their mastermind and how she's such a perfect fit for this. And I was literally thinking to myself, like, should I warn that person? Because the person who was posting about their mastermind is actually one of my dear friends / former client. And I was like, I wonder if I should give her the heads up that this walking, talking red flag is coming into her business. And I was talking to a friend about that. And she was like, oh, there's actually a WhatsApp community where I don't know who runs it. I should have got the name of that actually, so I could have told you about it. But there is a WhatsApp community of coaches and whatnot, coaches, experts, consultants, probably course creators, whoever, membership site owners, mastermind hosts, all of that kind of stuff. There is a whole WhatsApp community that is naming shitty clients so that people know to not bring them into their programs. So when you act like that, please know that does not stay hidden in this space. We operate in a very small, oh, I have an alarm going off. Excuse me. Anyone who knows me knows I live my life by alarms, but we operate in a very small space in the online expert space. Word spreads. If you act out of integrity and you think you can just get away with it and no one's going to notice, think again, my friends. And also, if you're an out of integrity coach, word is going to spread. This space is small. People talk. Your reputation is everything right now. Well, it's everything always, but especially right now when trust is at a all-time low. If you think you can get away with that kind of behavior and still go on to your next level of success and growth and momentum without anyone finding out, you will be sorely fucking mistaken when your reputation goes into the gutter. And it is so hard to claw that back. It is so hard to come back from that kind of reputation as a red flag client or a red flag coach. So this is just stuff that, you know, you should keep in mind as you observe your next level of behavior and how you operate inside of programs. And again, I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but I fully acknowledge that there are lackluster programs, big promises, and under-delivering, like full acknowledgement of that. And also, that does not mean that you should act that way, okay? Instead, that should be a filter for you to see how you do not want to behave, how you do not want to operate your business, how you do not want to show up as a leader. Because I'll tell you right now, when you operate in that avoidant, low integrity behavior or low integrity energy, that's when your conviction wobbles. That's when your magnetism fades. That's when your power drops. And I truly believe that you cannot run a high income business with low integrity. It's just absolutely not possible because it's energetically incongruent. It's not a match energetically. You cannot have high cash months while operating like a low integrity coach or a low integrity client. So what does it look like to be a high integrity client? 1, you pay on time. Imagine that. 2, you honor your word. 3, you stick with the contracts that you sign. 4, you ask powerful questions instead of being passively aggressive. You allow yourself to be seen on your journey. You allow yourself to be seen in your struggle. You own your results. You show up for yourself. You lead yourself the way future you would lead you. You don't expect your mentor or your coach to be your savior. You trust yourself to back your desires with action. That's what it looks like to be a high integrity and high value client and coach. So as we round this out, I'll just leave it with this. If you want clients who pay in full, or if you want clients who show up big, if you want clients who are relentless in their pursuit of everything that they say that they want, and you want clients who follow through and have big results and shout your work from the rooftops, you have to be that. You have to be that kind of client for someone else because your brand doesn't reflect how you post or what you say. Your brand reflects how you move. So again, this isn't about shaming people. This isn't about making you feel bad. It's about calling you up. And if this episode triggered you or jostled you or there's some negative charge around it, then there's something in there for you to explore. Like dig into that. Ask yourself, why am I feeling so fucking triggered by this? Or why am I feeling such a charge around this? If you are experiencing something like that, then there's absolutely something for you to uncover, acknowledge, work through, release, and rise above, okay? And then finally, I just want to close this out by saying, like, this is about ownership. It's about power. It's about your ability to lead yourself no matter what, no matter if you got something you paid for or not, no matter how you feel about a coach or a program or a mastermind or a container that you signed up for. It's about leading yourself through the highs and the lows non-circumstantially. So it's about emotional awareness. It's about emotional intelligence and integrity and being the version of yourself who can hold big shit. It's about being the version of yourself who can handle the big shit. It's about being the version of yourself who can be a big damn deal. And that comes through energetic congruence and integrity and being the energetic match to the clients that you say you want to call into your business. If you know that you have work to do in this area, all good. At least you're aware of it now. Like I said, no shame, no judgment, just pure ownership. If this is an area in your business or in your life where you've been dropping the ball, this is your call to action to examine that for yourself, explore that for yourself, find out why you're doing it. Why are you behaving that way? Why are you in this loop? And then what can you do to move through that? Stay integrity, operate like the person you want to be, the leader you want to be, and show yourself what you're made of. And that starts with ownership and integrity. Okay. Damn. That was a lot. Enough out of me on this one. I feel like everyone gets the point. You know how I feel about this now. I don't know if there's anything else I could say. But if you're vibing with this or if you have thoughts or feedback, I actually don't even want to say send me your messages, but I am curious to hear what came up for you in this episode. So if you're feeling it, shoot me a message on IG. I might regret this, but DM me on IG. Tell me what this brought up for you. My IG is I am Jill Stanton. And if you're not already subscribed to the show, then you know what to do. Make sure you subscribe on your favorite platform, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and I'll catch you next time for another episode of Rich, Hot, and Free. Peace.